Hey there, Brian Nelson Palmer here, and doing a quick video on if you're going to post your own auction. If you're an independent snapper, you can post your own auction. And this one's going to be about if you're posting for a lab supplies or equipment purchase that's under 250K. It's not IT, and it's going to become a PR in EAS that gets routed to the contract office. Take it away, Tim.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. So as you can see, we're on the dashboard here. If we're looking to create a new buy, all you have to do is navigate to the Create New Buy link under the Quick Links section. Once we click that, it will take us into the buy posting workflow. So today we're selecting the lab supplies and equipment under 250K. Non-IT will become a PR and EAS template. Once selected, that will pre-populate all the appropriate information. Here's where you'll input your buy description. So this is just what vendors will see and what you can keep for your records. So let's say for today's example, we're going to use microscopes. Next, you'll input your solicitation number, simply your SNAP, or it says SNAP RFQ with your program office, the fiscal year, month, date, and year, and then time. We have an example off to the right here. This is really just to make sure we're avoiding duplicative solicitation numbers. So I will go ahead and just as an example, fill this in here. So we're doing, excuse me. So that's selected. You can choose your buy-in date or time. Typically with the SNAP process, we recommend 3 days from the time of posting. So I will push this out to 3 days from today. Again, this just allows vendors to work within their margins and get pricing back to you within a timely manner. Next, category, subcategory, and NAICS code, all pre-populated for you, so you don't need to edit that information. As we scroll down, target price information, this would be your IGE amount, or if you've received multiple quotes from vendors and want to have that information, or your funding amount, we will input that information in here. And I will do this down to pin. Next, just add any suggested sellers you may have. As we mentioned with the IGE, there could be someone you've received a quote from or someone you've worked with in the past. Feel free to further information in here as well. Our sourcing team will reach out to those vendors directly. You can see you can add and delete sellers off to the right here. And then if you have none, just go ahead and check that no suggested sellers box and then move on with the process. Next is our adding shipping information. You can manage your address book. So let's say we have a couple of addresses we go to, we'll select this one. You can also do even special shipping instructions, maybe if there's multiple locations or a certain place of performance, you can select that as well. Next is just the delivery days after receipt of order. It defaults to 30 days required. That can be updated to preferred if you're flexible on delivery, or if you have a longer lead time because you know how long the product can take to deliver, you can input that information here. Or you can even select special shipping instructions like see the line item description or see a delivery attachment. Again, if I mentioned there might be multiple locations. We'll default to the 60 required today. Next, we've already selected what optional attachment information vendors are able to provide to you. They're encouraged but not required to submit things like spec sheets or reps inserts, etc. And then one thing we've already pre-populated is the SNAP buy terms for GSA schedules. This is for your reference as well as the vendors when they're submitting their bids. As you can see, you can also use this opportunity to add any additional attachments you may have. So if you have a specification sheet or something like that, you can add that in the Add Attachments section. So we continue. This will take us to the line items page, and this is where you'll just put in the items you're looking to procure. Let's say, for example, we're doing microscope skin, and I've attached a spec sheet. So in accordance with attached specs, you can update the quantity and unit of issue to really whatever you want. So I'm going with 10 each, but you can do box or case or lot, or really whatever you need to do that satisfies what that unit of issue would be. You can add up to 50 line items at a time. There's no real limit to the amount of line items, or you can add them individually by selecting this plus button here as well. This is also where you would delete any extra line items if they were added by mistake. As we select continue, this is just the confirm buy page. You're all good to go from here. Once you're reviewing this information, you can go back to the other 2 pages if you would like. Or as you can see in each of these portions, they have a pencil. Just by selecting that pencil, it'll take you into that section if you need to edit or update that. But if everything looks good to go, just click that post buy button, and then the auction goes live onto the marketplace. So our sourcing team will engage the vendor community, and we'll work with you to make sure that we answer any questions you may have throughout the process. That concludes this portion of the video on how to use the lab supplies and equipment under 250K will become a PR and EAS template.